Hello everyone, my name is Amrita and I welcome you to this discussion on reading comprehension question types. Before we get on to understand reading comprehension questions, I'll take you through the agenda for this discussion. First and foremost, we will understand the meaning, the literal meaning of reading comprehension. After that, I will take you through the purpose of reading comprehension questions as to know why they are placed in examinations of competitive nature. After that, I will take you through the format of reading comprehension questions. By format, I mean the way they are structured, after which we will understand the kinds or the variety of question categories that reading comprehension questions can come under. After that, we will understand a few tricks and techniques which will be helpful in tackling reading comprehension questions, and I will end the session with telling you about time management during reading comprehension as to how you will manage and how you should manage time while attempting reading comprehension question. So let's begin. What is reading comprehension? If you go through the dictionary, you will see that the word reading comprehension means understanding by reading. But in reading comprehension questions of competitive standardized nature, it is not necessary that you will only understand the literal or the dictionary meaning of the word reading comprehension. There is something called smart reading or reading with a purpose which is utilized or which comes in handy while attempting reading comprehension questions. When a comprehension is given to you to read, a comprehension which is also called a passage, when a passage or a comprehension is given to you, you are not only supposed to understand its meanings, the meanings of the words or the meaning of the passage, but you also have to smartly understand why that passage has been placed to you as a question and why are you required to read it to answer the questions that follow. So reading comprehension does not just mean reading the few lines or the number of lines given to you to read. Obviously, that is also important, but along with reading, I repeat, it is very important to understand the context and the flow, the structure, the tone and the purpose of the passage provided to you. All these words that are used right now, I will take you through the details of their aspects later in this discussion. Going further, let us understand the purpose of reading comprehension questions as to the reason why they are provided to you in the first place. Now, the basic and the most simple thing is to assess the reading skills of any candidate. Through reading comprehension questions, so the questions that follow a passage, it is very evident that the person who has read and answered the question has the ability to read English in the written way, in the written format. So the basic reading skills of the person are tested. Along with that, understanding of that passage is also tested through reading comprehension questions. So these are the basics that are tested through the competitive questions posed to you in the verbal sections of competitive examinations. Now what about the application? Application of the understanding that you have gauged through the passage is also primary, and it is a primary assessment from the questions of reading comprehension. How is application tested? Now when you read a certain passage, sometimes the answer has not been provided in the passage itself. You have to infer or conclude the answer from the points given in the passage. How do you do that? You do not have to apply any external or pre-learned knowledge about that topic in the comprehension. In fact, competitive examiners always state that any prior knowledge that you might have about a certain topic should be kept aside and you should only focus on the facts that have been provided to you within the passage. So where does application come here? Application comes only from the fact that whatever has been provided to you has been used smartly and intelligently to answer the questions or not. Always remember that there are no right or wrong answers as such given to you in these tests. All answers look similar and sound correct. Your application of intelligence and understanding of a reading comprehension from the passage is shown only when you apply your logic to find out the correct answer among the all visibly correct answers. Also remember that standardized tests or most basic, the most common standardized tests always have a trick posed in most of the questions that are provided in the test. Actually, the reason why these tests are called standardized or competitive tests is because the questions in itself are not as difficult as the tricks that have been planted in these questions. So, application of the knowledge that you get through the passage is very important, and it is very evidently tested through your answers of the reading comprehension passages. Also, through all of this, the evaluation of your basic knack of the English language is done. You have to remember that a verbal ability section in competitive tests is placed only to test your verbal ability. So, obviously, through all these answers, through all these questions, your ability in the English language is primarily tested. Now, what is the format of a reading comprehension questions? There are many forms of question formats in a verbal ability section, but reading comprehension is one area wherein a very long passage or a decently long passage is provided to you to read. So, a passage is provided and it is followed by questions. Most of the time these are multiple choice questions wherein you have to choose one correct answer choice from the given options provided to you. Now, the examinee may have to choose answers from 4, 5 or even 6 given answer choices. The number of questions may range from 1 to even 6. So, the number of questions given from after a reading comprehension passage should not scare you. It should not make you nervous. Why? Because whatever the question, whatever the number of questions that has been placed for you to answer has to be oriented from the passage. So, the technique that you apply to answer one question can easily be applied to answer all the other remaining questions as well. So, you do not have to worry about the number of questions that have come. You only have to think about the strategy that you apply to answer these questions. Always remember that the format of the reading comprehension questions does not change. A passage will obviously always be followed by the questions and the answer choices given for those questions. So, reading those questions and thinking about the questions before you read the passage is a big mistake that most examinees make, test takers make while answering these questions. Do not worry about the format and the number of questions, I repeat, because the passage and the content of the passage is primary in a reading comprehension passage.